Hey guys, good morning. It is a rainy day out here. Look how beautiful this is though. It's gorgeous. Okay, so quick thing that I want to talk about today. And by the way, I'm going to have a really cool gift for you because one of the main things that I talk about is communication, whether it's with ourselves, whether it's with others, whether it's with the universe. You get the idea. Communication is key. How we're communicating with ourselves, the others, the universe really significantly impacts the experience that we have with the world. So I have a gift for you. I'll put it down in the comments that you can access, and it's really, really important. I'll tell you about it in a second. Anyway, let's talk about one of the main ways that we communicate with ourselves, which is the thoughts in our head, right? It's like these, they're sort of on a loop. Half the time we don't even realize what they are. And the unfortunate thing is a lot of times we're beating ourselves up. We're literally trying to, and it's coming out of positive intentions, so to speak, but we're trying to sort of beat ourselves into being better, doing better, having more, all of that stuff. And it flat out doesn't work. It just makes us feel bad. Here's what I want you to think about. If you can think about some of those thoughts that come into your head that beat you up, why are you so stupid? Why are you doing that? Oh, here you go again, making that mistake, that sort of thing. If someone else spoke to you like that, chances are good you'd look at them and be like, bye, I don't need that in my life. And yet we let ourselves speak to ourselves that way. And a lot of times it's because it's how we were programmed to deal with things from an early age. Purely because of someone who said it to us or the message that we received, the intention was to actually get us to have more. It's just that the intention was not the same as what the action did. The action just beats us down. So if this sounds like you, go ahead, type, yes, Kristen, that's me. That's definitely me. Anything like that. Kristen, what can I do about it? That sort of thing. Okay, so the first thing to realize, and this is really quick, is that it's not going to help, right? So the beating yourself up, it's not going to help. It's actually just going to make you feel worse. So even if you're achieving more, you're still feeling terrible. And who wants to live a life where you're feeling terrible? We want to feel great, right? That's what this is all about. So there are ways to achieve more. I was talking to my mother-in-law about my niece just yesterday, and she was talking about how she gets really down on herself sometimes. And I said one of the best questions you can ask her, and this is something that you guys can ask yourselves, by the way, that's why I'm sharing it with you, is when she's down on herself. So when you're down on yourself, do this. When she's down on herself, just say, you know what? I understand all of those things that you think you don't do right or you don't do well. What's one thing that you do well? Just one thing. What's one thing that you do well? And then have her answer. And even if she says, well, I don't know, you say, well, I know you don't know, but if you did know, what's one thing that you can think of that you do well? And when you answer, when she answers, when you answer, then you go, okay, how can I get to do more of that? See, what you're doing is you're immediately shifting your focus to things that you do well. And then you can go focus on doing more of that. And guess what? That feels good. Also, that's what you're most aligned with. That's where you're going to get the most results. That's where you're going to gain the most momentum. That's when you're going to find yourself doing the things that felt most difficult in a much easier way. So that's my tip to you today. Now and go ahead, let me know, hey, Kristen, that is me, or this is something I'm going to use, or even, this would be so cool, let me know something that you do well. Let me know something. It can be so small, but something you can do well. And then the big question is, how do I get to do more of that? How can I do more of that today? And just do it, because I promise you, then you're living aligned with your greatest self, your most strong self, your most passionate self. Because a lot of times, those voices beating you up in your head, they didn't start with you. Those didn't originate with you. You got them from someone else, right? They're not even yours. So you can let them go. You can let your attachment to them go. And you can even say to them, hey, I understand that you're there. I understand that you feel that, but what's one small thing that I do well? And then you ask yourself the question, you answer the question, how do I get to do more of that? It's an awesome way to look at things. It's an awesome way for all of us to start being in alignment with the stuff that we do well, which is when the world is going to flourish, right? We can't all be strong in every single area of our lives. It's just not how it works. So focus on the stuff that you're really great at. The stuff that you're not great at, you'll either find someone else to do, or because you're so focused on doing the stuff you're great at, doing that stuff will seem incidental. It won't be your entire life. That's the point. You want to build 80-90% of your life around the stuff that you are great at, that you love doing. The other stuff, then it'll just be part of life, and that's no big deal. At least then it's not the bulk of your life. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm giving you a gift, which is this. Quick description of this. Years ago, like my favorite book, if I could only have one book with me on a desert island, it would be this book. It's called Message of a Master. So what happened is years ago I started recommending it to tons of my friends. They would read it. They were like, "You're right, Kristen, this is awesome, but how are you applying it? Because it seems like you're applying it differently, you know," and I just read it and it's a story. So here's what I did. Years later, I took the whole thing, I recorded the audio of the book, and then I broke it down into how I was applying it, into like the universal laws. This is basically how you communicate with the universe, but also how you communicate with yourself. I mean, it's really, really cool. So I broke it all down so that my friends and family and now community could apply it. So I have a full program of it, but I just want you to be able to test it out for free. So what I'm doing is I'm giving you, I think it's the first 3 chapters, but I'm giving that to you for free. If it's not the first 3 chapters, don't kill me, but it's the first free, first bit of it is free. And you can have it to access for free. It's really cool. Even just that is gonna get you communicating with the universe differently. So you can sign up if you're on Facebook, I'll leave it in the comments below. And if you're on YouTube, I will put it in the description, but you can go, you can get that, download it, check it out, and it will be written. It won't be the audio version, that's the full program, but if you want to check that out, it's fantastic and it's completely free for you to check out, and it's my gift to you, and I hope you really, really enjoy it. All right, so that is it for now. You guys are awesome. Remember, what is something that you're good at? What's something small that you're good at, and how do you get to do more of that? That's it. You're awesome. Until the next time, keep going big. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye, guys.